morning, Grass Elementary. This is Cameron Clontz
and Claire Carafa
with your Bulldog broadcast.
Today is
Friday, December 11th. Today and every day until December 23rd is day 2 of our special subject schedule.
Happy birthday to the following students.
Today,
there are no birthdays today.
On Sunday, December 13th, Sayer Green Winslow.
We hope you have a wonderful birthday weekend.
Special announcements.
A message from our PTO.
Today is the first day of Hanukkah. Let's take a look at this video explaining more about Hanukkah.
Hi, this is Peter Jacobson. I'll be reading the story of Hanukkah, adapted by Jeremy Frank. Long ago in the land of Israel, in the center of the walled city of Jerusalem, there stood a beautiful temple. Outside of Israel, though, there lived a very wicked man named Antiochus, the king of Syria. The king did not like people who had beliefs different than his own, and so he went around the world forcing his religion on all the people he conquered. When Antiochus and his army invaded Israel and took it over, he decreed that only his gods could be worshipped. He made the Jews swear that they would give up their religion and customs and follow his instead. He also commanded that all of the Jewish temples be converted or destroyed, including the beautiful one in Jerusalem. Those who refused to follow Antiochus' commands were to be severely punished. Some Jews obeyed Antiochus out of fear, but others were brave enough to refuse. Judah Maccabee was one such man. Judah and his brothers were all strong fighters who formed an army of their own to fight King Antiochus and his men. Although they were greatly outnumbered, the Maccabees fought the Syrian army with all their might. With the strength that only comes from fighting for something you truly believe in, Judah and the Maccabees defeated Antiochus and his army and triumphantly reclaimed the temple in Jerusalem. However, when they entered the temple for the first time, they were shocked to see it in shambles. The golden pitchers were all tarnished, the marble floors were cracked, and there was no oil to light the menorah. They began cleaning the temple, removing every sign and symbol of the religion that had been forced upon them by their invaders. As they worked, they found a small container of oil. They all knew the little oil they had would only be enough for one night, but then a miracle took place. Instead of going out, the lamps kept burning and burning. They burned for 8 days and 8 nights, and this way the Maccabees knew God was with them. That is why we celebrate Hanukkah every year, and why we light 8 candles in our menorahs. The end.
We continue to count down our 12 days to winter break. Monday is wear green and red and black to honor those celebrating Kwanzaa.
On Fridays, we highlight teachers and students that go above and beyond. Let's go to Maddie for our shout-outs.
Hello, this is Maddie Boyer with our weekly shout-outs. Shout-out from Evelyn Britton to Alex Britton. Alex is doing a great job following our rules for keeping everybody safe, even though it is hard. Even though it's hard when he says goodbye to her. Shout-out from Mrs. Belgium to Maddie and Mrs. Landis's class for always greeting her with a smile as she visits her classroom in the morning. Mrs. Malloy would like to second this shout-out to Maddie. To Noah Weiss, Eleni Gozzard, and Natalie Faden for always being prepared. To Miles Chapman and Matthew Pantalone for always participating in class. To Ellie Rosenberg for always persevering on homework and tests. From Mrs. Tomlinson to Madison Boyd for helping a friend walk his laps. Shout-out from Mrs. Willits to Billy Van Saint for always saying thank you to the door holder for the day. From Mrs. Salido, shout out to Anthony Barsevich for being brave. Shout out to Destiny Johnson and Mrs. Jardine's class for always turning in her exceptional work for seesaw assignments and for always participating and sharing during discussions. Mrs. Smith's class would like to give a shout out to Jessica Foster, Annabelle Mencino, and Noah Burke for always participating in class and following directions. From Mrs. Smell, shout out to Sophia Bogle and Mrs. Gibbons' room for helping to keep our classroom clean. From Mrs. Brenner, to Mila Bartos and Callie Bachman for taking time out of her night to make a card for a friend who got injured the day before. Students, remember that you can send shout-outs to anyone, another classmate or a teacher. Just let Mrs. Malloy know. Great job. Now back to our main studio.
Thank you, Maddie.
Let's review our new Keep Healthy pledge. Together, please repeat after me.
I will talk with my teacher if I feel sick.
I will pay attention to how close I am to my classmates.
I will wear my mask.
I will wash and sanitize my hands.
I will avoid putting my hands near my eyes, nose, and mouth.
My teacher will give me these reminders to keep me safe.
Let's all do our part to keep each other healthy.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of Bulldog Broadcast.
We show our best CARES behavior in the classrooms, in the bistro, on the playground, on the bus, and at home. Let us all do our part to make this a CARES kind of day, because the Bulldog always cares.
Have a great CARES Day at Elementary, because at Jam Grass we believe in Mission Possible.